Absolutely gorgeous morning this morning, guys. How good is that? Not a cloud in the sky. Just heading up the road to get apparently it's a baby eastern brown snake that was attacked by a cat. So I don't know to what extent, how damaged it is, if it's just got a couple bite marks. But the Member Republic's actually amazing. They've been able to contain the snake for us, so it's not gonna escape. So I can get up there, get him safely, and run him straight to the vet. And depending on the extent, get some x-rays, get some antibiotics, whatever else he needs. Let's get straight up there now. Just up here, the eastern brown, they contained it in this sippy cup. I open up the cup, and to my surprise, it's actually a blind snake. So I can see he's got a few punctures on him, and he's got a little injury at the very tip of him. The cloaca's a bit higher up, so I'm wondering if he might be okay. So this will be a really interesting one. I'll have to run him straight down to the vet. He's still moving fine, getting around. Like always, priority, we need to get them straight to the vet and get antibiotics into them as soon as we can. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. So just got off the phone to North Richmond Vet. As always, just absolutely amazing. The time now is 8 o'clock, 9:15. I've got an appointment to get our little blind snake looked at. But I've also got another friend here with me. It is oh no, I think it's a bull. I'll jump out and see if he wants to say hello. You're a friendly guy. Where's your little horns? You're like a big dog. What a legend. A lot of the time cows are always skittish when they run away. This guy's hilarious with his big wet nose. Have a good day, big fella. All right, we'll get home, chuck some brekkie into the guts and run down to the vet. Smash this down and we'll be on our way. Down to the vet we go. Fantastic news, guys. Just left North Richmond Vet. We did x-rays on the blind snake. He's got no breaks in him, so he's just got quite a few cat puncture marks, and that little bit on the end was dead tissue of some sort. The vet's chopped it off, cleaned it up. That's nice and safe and not causing me any problems. As always with our cat attacks, absolutely vital is our antibiotics. A month worth of antibiotics for our little blind snake. And if he makes it through that, he'll be ready to go back into the wild. I was just on my way home, we get a call for a possum. A possum who seems a bit, well, he's just in a bit of a strange place, to be honest. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but he's just up on top of this pillar. There's his brushy tail. So we're gonna have a quick look at him, see how he's traveling, make sure he's not hurt. Hopefully he's just found shelter there for the day. We'll have a look and find out anyway. So yesterday you would have seen I went and checked on the brush-tail possum. So he's just down that street there. Louie, shush you. Puppy sitting my brother's sausage. What's wrong? Anyway, the brush-tail possum was just down there. So we went and did a welfare check on him because he was sort of in a strange place. Climbed up a ladder, had a good look at him, all over his body. He's awake, alert, active, extremely healthy. There was no problems I could see at all. I'm sort of tending to think that it could just be a male trying to find his own little habitat. Or the other thing was, a few weeks ago they had a possum removed out of the roof and put in the bushland just behind. He could be coming back to where he was removed from, just trying to get in the little hole that they patched up. But other than that, he's completely healthy, so they're gonna keep an eye on him. They got my number. But not only that, we are gonna head back down there in the next couple of days, and we're gonna put a possum box up for him. He's got somewhere safer, somewhere more cozy for him to spend his time, sleep in, hide in, or he might stick his nose up and not use it at all. Last night we attended a call for a snake that doesn't pop up all too commonly, actually. A marsh snake or a black-bellied swamp snake, and it was about 10 minutes away, the person's cat had brought it in. It seems like it's just picked up the snake and just carried it in. It hasn't bitten it too hard, hasn't whacked it around, hasn't been playing with it. And the people were amazing, got the snake free from the cat and contained him for us until I got there. It's just got a few tiny little puncture marks all up his body, which is from the cat's tiny little teeth. We gave him antibiotics straight away within an hour of him being attacked by the cat. Start cleaning out all that bad stuff from the cat's mouth straight away. Right now I'm going to get him out. We'll have a look how he's going. I've got him booked into the vets this afternoon. Now let's get him out of the bag, have a look, see what he's up to, make sure he's still going strong. Alrighty guys, so you can see here is our tiny little marsh snake. Absolutely adorable little fella. Not a super common species to pop up. You probably won't be able to see with the GoPro, but he's got these tiny little black dots all along him, which is actually the puncture marks from the cat's mouth. Now, cat bacteria is absolutely detrimental to all of our wildlife. It's not only the bite from the cat where their bacteria gets in, because they're always grooming themselves. They've got the bacteria, the saliva on their paws. So if they're even playing with a native animal and they scratch it and break the skin, the bacteria and the infection can get in that way. So like I said, first thing last night, we straight away grabbed him, got antibiotics, and then we start fighting that bacteria. This afternoon, we're gonna take him straight to the vet. We'll get some x-rays, some more checkups on him, just make sure there's nothing else wrong. You can also see black belly, which is the other common name for them, is the black-bellied swamp snake. I like the marsh snake. It's a lot quicker and easier to say. And a good way to differentiate them is they got a tiny, well, this one's got a tiny, larger individuals aren't so tiny, but he's got a yellow to white line behind his eye, another near his lip, so just below his eye. Absolutely stunning little snake. This individual's gorgeous with that olive green color. And as you'd imagine, the name swamp snake or marsh snake, they live around marshy areas, swamps, wetlands, rivers, and they actually feed on small fish, tadpoles and whatnot. But I'll try to get some close-up footage on the little injuries and the markings on his face. So if you guys ever come across one in the wild or you get one in your house, you can ID it for yourself. You can really learn some of these not so well known, not so common snakes that are native and we live with in and around our communities. He is seriously stunning. But you can see the tiny little black dots, middle of the frame there, middle of the frame there. That's just the tiny little puncture marks where the cat's tiny little teeth break the skin and that bacteria enters the immune system and starts to break it down. Again, this is a species of a lapid, a venomous snake. And you guys can see they're not inclined to bite. If they know you're not out to hurt them, they have absolutely zero intention of biting. The purpose of the venom and the bite is for them to catch food. It's absolutely nothing to do with us, purely food related. Maybe defensive if a predator grabbed him, but mainly food related. So I'll bag him up in this smaller bag and I'm sure there's going to be a few calls today. That leaves me a few bigger bags for our bigger rescues, and this guy can get nice and cozy in this little bag. Got a cable tie for good measure. How good's this bag? North Richmond vet gave it to me yesterday. Make sure there's zero way of him getting out. I'll just put an extra cable tie. I really hope you guys can't hear my brother's sausage dog because she is driving me mad. Now I'll go put him in a dark place so he can have a sleep for a couple hours before we run him down to the vet. I'm absolutely over the moon with the condition of this snake. I'm really confident that with the antibiotics that we'll be able to heal this one up to 100% health and be gone in the next couple of weeks. But we'll put him away now and we'll see what else is in store for today. Saw guys, I had the absolute pleasure of saving our little golden crown snake out of the skimmer box of the pool. So we come out of the bank of houses just behind me. They're a nocturnal snake, so he must have been on the prowl last night trying to find some food. Maybe he was thirsty and he's just ended up in the pool. And it's what they always tend to do. They tend to swim around the edge of the pool until they find the skimmer box. Luckily, because that way they can climb up onto the basket and whatever else is in there, and they can actually sit on something and get above the water so they don't get too wet, cold or drown. So that's what's happened with our little guy. Just brought him back out. There's a beautiful big bushland behind me here, which is perfect for them. I think I'm going to release him in this leaf litter here. Blotches of sun scattered around. He can dry up, heat up, get himself feeling nice and warm and charged up. If he just wants to hide, he can also get under all this leaf litter. Just go underneath and hide until tonight, where he can go out and explore and keep doing all the things that golden crowns normally do. We'll get him out, have a look. Our gorgeous little snake. They are seriously the most stunning species. They're these little orange belly and their head, they are just absolutely adorable. And I'm just making sure before I release him that being in the pool was his only problem and there's nothing else we need to worry about. Everything looks pretty good to me. Happy with his condition. You see him sitting up like that in that S shape trying to scare me away. Extremely scary little guy, but this he's more than ready to go. All right, we'll move him into this little patch of sun just over here, and he can work out if he wants to bask or disappear in that leaf litter until tonight. Home time, little dude. Off you go. Just like that. Disappear. Absolutely stunning snake. I haven't really been here before, so I might even go for a little bushwalk down that way, see if we can find anything else while we're here. I'm only going to go for a short walk and head back. There's a Jackie Dragon just, where's my finger? There's a Jackie Dragon just here. I don't think he'll let me get much closer. Doing his little arm wave there, so it's a submissive sort of thing. He knows I'm bigger than him. There he goes again. Exactly the same as what a lot of you guys as keepers would have seen your bearded dragons do. These Jackie Dragons do the same thing. What a cool little animal. He got pretty brave there at the end. Oh, he's heading back towards me. He's coming up this branch. I'm just going to sit here and see what he does. I don't want to stress him out too much, but the fact he's turned back around towards me is pretty interesting. It's just here on this banks here. What a funny little guy. Actually stoked I came down here. It looks like this would actually be a really interesting place to explore. This walking track runs all the way along this ridge line. You got this rock face all the way along here, all the way that way, where you definitely find some interesting critters. No doubt I've got to come back here one morning and explore around a lot better. It seems to be teeming with life. Oh my God, just as I was saying that, there's another tiny little dragon in here. These little dragons are just absolutely everywhere. If you come up here in the morning, you spot heaps of stuff. Thank you for reminding me. Ugh. Time to head back out, and I probably won't see you guys till I'm at the vet. All right, see ya.